and welcome to my channel, and this is the last 10 books tag. It was originally created by Mark Nash. I saw it over on someone else's channel. I will leave Mark's channel, this video, down in the description box, and I thought it would be a fun tag. It's something different, it's completely out of my nature, and it revisits sort of the last 10 things, 10 books, and each one has a question. So here we go. As I said, this is the last 10 books tag, and yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean the last 10 books that I've read, but here are the categories and here are all the questions that I came up with, and here is where they kind of fit. I don't know how to explain this one. This one's kind of strange. But if you stay and you watch, you may catch on. So, the last book I did not finish, or DNF'd, that is going to be Enthralled. Enthralled number 1 by Vanessa Fewings. And the reason I DNF'd this book was I just don't think, the more I think about it, I just don't think the narrator from the audiobook was polite to my ears. So I am going to try and read this series. I own this series already in ebook form. So at some point in time this year, hopefully, fingers crossed, I will be reading this series because it has been compared or has a feel of 50 Shades. And I can already pick up on that even from the parts of the audiobook that I did read. So yes, yes. Y'all know I love my books like that. Question number 2 is the last book I reread, and that is going Grounded, Up in the Air, number 3 by R.K. Lily. And I just reread this entire series. This is the last book in the series. It's the culmination of Bianca and James, and it was amazing. So amazing. And listening to it on audiobook was such a different experience. I really enjoyed that. I would say read the book first, and then if you can get a chance to reread it by listening to it on audiobook, it's an amazing, amazing adventure. Number 3 is the last book that I bought, and that is going to be Dear Martin. And this is I'm picking this one because I'm not counting any of the books that I've had signed. I have went to a signing since I purchased this one, but this is the last book that I physically went out and looked for at the bookstore to purchase. This book is amazing. I think everyone should read it. Do it. Dear Martin, Nick Stone. Number 4, the last book I said I read, but I didn't read. And that would be Nun, because I don't do that. Even if I DNF a book, I'll tell you that I DNF'd it and won't pretend like I read the whole thing. That's just not me. That's not how I roll. Question number 5 is the last book I wrote in the margins of. Well, being that I read on ebook, and I very rarely read a physical book, that would be None. Question number 6 is the last book that I had signed. Now, as I said earlier, I went to a signing and I couldn't just pick one book, and I couldn't remember which book I had signed last, so I'm picking this stack. From my girls, Steffi Harper. Wow, I'm mixing y'all names because you're Stella. So, Steffi Walls, Stella, and Letty Harper. They're together right in this one. But I got all of these massive beauties at the same time during that signing on July the 7th. Question number 7 is the last book I lost. Really? Lost? I wouldn't say any. None. Really? No. And question number 8 is the last book I had to replace. Okay, I didn't pre-look over these questions. It's... What? Question number 9 is the last book that I had an argument over. This is super simple. When people want to ask me about my feelings on The Hate U Give, I just wish I carried my booktube card around with me at all times so that I could be like, go look at my booktube channel so you can see how I felt about The Hate U Give. But this one in particular, when I was picking up Dear Martin from the bookstore, young lady that works there was like, oh, I am currently reading The Hate U Give, and I think it's great, and I think it's this, and I think it's that. And then I decided to sort of give her a gist of my book review of that and why it is so detrimental to the youth of America. And that was just a very interesting conversation, needless to say. Question number 10, and we're almost through. This is such a quick video. Number 10 is the last book that I couldn't get a hold of. So I'm going to go with The Right One by K.A. Lindy. I was on her review team for this duet, and I couldn't get the second book because I think I was like a day late on my review for The Right Love. And so they didn't send me The Right One. I have acquired it now. It's in my library. I haven't read it yet. I need to, because the ending of The Right Love was mind-blowing. Yeah. So that is the last book tag. I tag everyone that watches this video, if you have a BookTube channel and you are a creator of videos, to do this tag. You're tagged. Otherwise, let me know down in the comments if you've read any of the books that I've read. Let's discuss them. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, there is a feedback form down in the description box so you guys can help me improve my channel. Thank you for watching, and we will see you guys later.